First, I have to tell you my Bernie Sanders joke. My Bernie Sanders joke is Bernie Sanders doesn't run away from anything. He started socialism way before it was popular, and he never ran away from socialism. He started this thing, not only that ex-convicts can vote, but convicts can vote. He never ran away from that. And he never ran away from anything. He's a very courageous person. But there's one person from whom he ran away, and that's me. Why? Because we're both on the track team together. He was one of the best runners in the city. I was a mediocre runner. We both start off at the same starting line, and then he would run away from me. I'd see the rear end of him around the track. So that's my Bernie Sanders joke. My Bernie Sanders, what I would say to him, well, you know, I have invited him to speak. And when I invite him to speak, I also invited Ron Paul. And I like to give my students both sides. So I don't believe in ambushing people. So when I invite him, I'll just tell the Bernie Sanders joke and say we were boyhood friends. Now we disagree, but here he is. And then I wouldn't say anything critical. But if I got him in a bar or where we could let our hair down, what's left of it in my case, I would say, you know, East Germany and West Germany. I'd say North Korea and South Korea. The same culture, the same language, the same IQ, the same history, the same everything. An act of war, and one of them went commie and the other went roughly capitalist, a mixed economy, and look at the results. And then I would say, you know, you're a decent person. You don't believe in violence, initiation of violence. I now make you an offer. Come work for me for $3 an hour. I should go to jail for that? You actually going to put me in jail for offering you $3 an hour? Now, look, I don't have a gun. I'm not forcing you to pay to accept my offer of $3 an hour working for me. I'm just making you an offer. And by the way, here's a pen. I'm now making an offer. I'll sell it to you for $1 million. Should I go to jail for that? Why are you favoring the minimum wage law? Why are you favoring socialism when it just doesn't work? It doesn't help the poor. The richest in the capitalist countries, the poor have color TVs and washing machines. And in countries, Venezuela, even the middle class doesn't have that. They don't even have lights on all day. Those are the kinds of things I would try to convert him from his socialism to a free enterprise position. Getting back to North Korea and South Korea and East Germany and West Germany, the Bernies of the world could say, well, look, this doesn't really prove socialism didn't work, because if the leader of East Germany went over to North Korea and ran that country, and the leader of North Korea went over to East Germany and ran that country, then it would have been great. But it just so happened that the leaders of the country didn't really, weren't good for whatever. I mean, you could say that. You see, you can't prove any of this empirically. And what I'm doing when I give you East and West Germany and North and South Korea is I'm giving you empirical cases. But I'm an Austrian economist. Well, I'm not above giving empirical cases when they're almost controlled experiments. Not quite, because maybe the leaders weren't good, and maybe you didn't have the pure socialism. I mean, they had pretty good socialism as far as I'm concerned in East Germany and in North Korea. But you could always come up with this, well, they should have switched leaders. And what can I say? Can I say absolutely not? No, I can just say, look, the socialism, government owns all the means of production. There are no prices, or at least no prices that reflect scarcity. And even the Soviet Union, after the NEP, no, the first 5 years, 1917 to 21, they had pure socialism. And then they went to the NEP, the New Economic Program, because the whole thing was falling apart, and they had to go to the Sears and Roebuck catalog to get prices. Like, they didn't know, look, what's the best way to make railroad ties? Platinum or steel? Platinum is better. Platinum is stronger than steel. But it would be silly to waste platinum on railroad ties, because platinum you need it for, you know, smaller things or other things. But in order to know that, you have to know that the price of platinum is very high and the price of steel is relatively low. But you don't know that unless you go to the Sears and Roebuck catalog, or you go and look at U.S. prices or prices in Britain or whatever. So I would say things like that to try to convert him. But I don't think I'd have any more luck than I had with Ayn Rand or Gary Becker.